And now let's move to Lupi Quinteros-Grady, who is the Deputy Director with the Maryland Multicultural Youth Centers, which is actually a division, I believe, with the Latin American Youth Center. I imagine many of you are familiar with LAYC. So, Lupe?
Yes. Good morning. It is a pleasure to be here with all of you. This is a topic really dear to my heart. Yes, now I am serving as the Deputy Director at our Maryland Multicultural Youth Centers. But prior to me heading out to Maryland, I had the distinguished, what is it called, pleasure to set up a program from scratch. And at that point, it was the Upward Bound program that we have in partnership with the National Council of La Raza and the George Washington University Graduate School of Human Development. So I'm going to be focused specifically on that program. The Latin American Youth Center is the multi-service program. We have 4 main divisions. We have education, we have social services, we have workforce, and we have advocacy. So I want you to sort of keep that in mind because Betsy Brandt touched upon a lot of key research that she pointed out regarding just being able to have, in the context, the program structure. So, and a lot of our work, we use a holistic approach in working with youth. Basically, we understand that youth come to us with different needs. They walk through that door. A lot of times when, they may have an idea of what they want, but as they are working with our staff and they're coming to the programs, you just see a lot of things unfold in that young person. So with the Upward Bound program, we focus on the focus is to increase their GPA, to have their attendance continue to be strong if it is in the schools, or to improve if it needs to be, for them to graduate from high school and college enrollment. And we also track once they're in college. Basically, the Upward Bound is a federal funded program. When we started in the DC program, it was in 1999, and we kept the idea in mind of just kind of bringing the different key players, which was the National Council of Raza having a strong voice and a lot of different kinds of experience, the research and education curriculum, providing us technical assistance, being us the community service provider, being in the heart of the community, being able to have access to the youth that need the help, and running the program from our agency, which pretty much is a very different model for Upward Bound. Most Upward Bound programs are located at the university. And we had the Graduate School of Education of George Washington University, which that's also a little different for Upward Bound. It's usually undergrad. But keep in context that model as I speak about, the different aspects of the program. The program, all Upward Bound programs are focused on first-generation low-income youth. Pretty much, an academic need, GPA, or just not having the support at home, not showing up in school, or having difficult with a lot of different subject areas. The goal is to also retain the students to a 4-year period. So we recruit young people as they come in as rising 9th graders and retain them until they graduate from high school, and then follow up with them when they enroll in college. So a lot of the things that I keep referring to Betsy because I was just like, yeah, that was so true. Just the comprehensive youth strategies, making things relevant into the world of the youth that we're serving is really key. The relationships that we built with the young people are really key. So how do we go about doing this? We set up tutoring. So how do you get the young people to come into tutoring? And it's very interesting because 2 years ago, we started another Upward Bound, and we replicated what we have here in D.C. in the Montgomery County. The setup there is with Montgomery College, Tacoma campus. And so the idea is it's the same thing, except that there the program is located at the actual schools because of the dynamics of how Maryland is so big. So we actually work with 2 specific schools that our staff go there. We offer tutoring for both programs. The tutoring is based on once, like a lot of the young people are, most of the challenges are in the science and math. When they start hitting a lot of those chemistry and, trying to get to those other courses, they want to shy away at times and not take those hard courses. But since we're guiding them to make sure that they stay competitive, we explain to them the importance of them being able to challenge them academically. We also introduce to them the importance of trying to make it to honors courses or advanced placements, which a lot of times that's a very new concept to a lot of our young people. We work with schools where out of 100 youth that are in AP classes, maybe 1 is a minority youth in that whole cohort that they have. And this has been an ongoing topic that we discuss with the schools that we work with, and trying to also advocate that our young people have an opportunity to participate in those type of courses. With the tutoring, we basically, create incentives. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're doing well, you don't have to attend tutoring during the week. If you do not do what you're supposed to do, we're going to expect that you attend tutoring during the week, so that you're up to par. In our conversations with the youth, we have to include the families. The families are key. Parents, I've had young people tell me, well, what's the point of me graduating from high school if my dad says we can't afford college? So, it's having to engage our parents, educate them, and inform them, and also provide different workshops. We've had a very successful component that we added last year, which is the Parents as Partners piece, also in a partnership with the National Council of La Raza. And we provided this curriculum as a pilot with the parents of the young people that are in Upward Bound. We did 2 cohorts, 1 in Spanish and 1 in English. And once again, engaging the parents, helping them get empowered and understand just that how important it is for them to, a lot of them were concerned, well, I don't know what they're learning. I have no idea how to help them, which is, ask, do you have homework? What is it that, you're doing? Just showing interest. A lot of them just feel overwhelmed and the tables are turned where like the child knows more than the parent. But really, it's really getting the parents to engage, getting the parents to feel empowered, getting the parents to understand that they have rights in the schools, getting the parents to understand how to read a report card, how to understand, a lot of times parents don't understand if they're failing, if they're going to graduate in time, what are the number of credits that they need to have to graduate. So it's all these different components that really, that we have to address in our programs to make sure that the young person has that support that they need to successfully, make it through high school. And that is not to say the personal issues that come up with the young person. Often we find ourselves providing counseling and case management in other areas. I know this is particularly a hard year, but we've had young people that their parents are fighting cancer. They have no health care.